Hello everyone, this is Shatarupa, and today I have brought another part of verbal ability where we are again going to do a passage completion. Okay, we are going to understand again the concept of the passage, what it's trying to say, and going to find a catch in it and then solve the answers, right? So before we get started, I'll give you 45 minutes, 45 seconds, sorry, to read the passage, and then after that we can go ahead with the questions, right? So your 45 minutes starts now. This is the passage. Please give it a try. Okay. So this passage is a little lengthy than the last passage that we have come across, right? So we need to understand what it is trying to say. So if I give it a read, it's saying in economics, the term recession generally describes a reduction of the country's gross domestic product, that is GDP, for at least 2 quarters. Okay, a recession is dashed by risking unemployment, increase in the government borrowing, dash of share and stock prices, and falling investments. All of these characteristics have effects on people. Some recession have been anticipated by stock market declines. The real estate market also usually dash before a recession. During an economic decline, high dash stocks such as financial services, pharmaceuticals, and tobacco dash to uphold better. However, when the economic starts to recover, growth stock tends to recover faster. There is a significant disagreement about how healthcare and utilities tend to dash. In 2008, an economic recession was suggested by several important indicators of economic downturn. These dash high oil prices, which led to dash high food prices due to a dependence of food production on petroleum, as well as using food crop products such as ethanol and biodiesel as an dash to petroleum and global inflation. A substantial credit crisis, investment blanks, as well as dash as commercial banks in various and signs of contemporaneous economic downturns in major economy of the world, a global recession. So basically, it is trying to show you how the GDP affects each and everything because it's directly related to the economic of the country, right? So it has the adverse effect to the people if the GDP goes down. When GDP is down, everything is high. The price of the fuel is high, the price of the food is high. Every such thing that is a basic utility is high, right? But howsoever, if the GDP improves, the prices goes down and everything is settled. Okay, so one example that it has given over here, that when the oil prices are high, the food prices will automatically be high, right? So overall, what I understand from this passage is that it is giving me a sense to understand the GDP, how GDP is related to country's economy and how does it affect people, right? So let's go to the first question. This is the first question. I give you again 30 seconds. So just give it a try and try understanding what it's trying to say. Your 30 seconds have started, so give it a try. Okay. So now it says you have to fill in the blank X, right? The 10th blank. So I've told you that if they're asking you to start from a certain part, make sure you get the catch over there, right? The statement says a substantial credit crisis, investment blanks as well dash as commercial banks. Okay, so there is a spelling mistake. It's not blanks, it is banks. Okay, over here, investment banks. Okay, so a substantial credit crisis, investment banks as well dash as commercial banks. So somehow these investment banks are related to the commercial banks in some or the other way. In okay, so look at the option. It says wealthy as well as wealthy as the commercial banks doesn't make a sense over there. Okay, what I can see is a word known as established. Okay, so it's trying to say a substantial credit crisis, investment banks as well as established commercial banks. Okay, the established commercial banks as well in various and signs of contemporaneous economic downturn in major economy of the world, a global recession. So not only just the place where people have investment, it's not just the investment banks, it's as well as the well established other commercial banks also. Okay, that is what it means to say. It cannot be a wealthy commercial bank, it cannot be a costly commercial bank, it cannot be a stand commercial bank or a created commercial bank. Okay, a well established commercial bank along with the investment bank, they too face a substantial credit crisis, okay, at the time of global recession, right? So your answer is in option number E. Okay, that is established, right? Moving ahead to blank number 9, I again give you 30 seconds. Give it a try. Okay, now it says that as well as using food crop products such as ethanol and biodiesel as a dash to petroleum. Now, what is a biodiesel? It can be used as a replacement. Like if there is no petroleum, you can go for biodiesel. If there is no petroleum, you can go for ethanol, right? So what is this exactly? This is exactly an alternative. Okay, it's an alternate method, it's an alternate way out where you can function even if you don't have petroleum, right? It's an alternative. Now why not a variant? Variant means it's not a different kind of a petrol, okay, but it's an alternate option to fuel, right? Get the point. It is not a substitute. You cannot substitute biodiesel by petrol, that is not possible, right? And not element and integral. Okay, so what is left is alternative. It is an alternative to petroleum. It is something that can be used in case there is no petroleum, but it's not a sure shot method, it's a alternative method. You can take it at times but not always. Substitute is someone who can completely replace you. Like suppose there is no petroleum in the world and biodiesel can completely substitute the petroleum. So we are not in that stage where we can really substitute it. Okay, so biodiesel and ethanol can act as a alternative to the petroleum. So your answer is in option number A. Okay, that. So now what will be the statement? It will be as well as using food crop products such as ethanol and biodiesel as an alternative to petroleum, and global inflation, a substantial credit crisis, investment banks as well as established commercial banks and various and signs of contemporaneous economic downturns in major economy of the world, a global recession. Okay, great. Now moving ahead to question number 8, blank number 8, sorry. So your 30 seconds starts now. Give it a try. Okay, this blank was quite easy, right? Which led to dash high food prices due to dependence of food production on petroleum. So it led to an abnormal high. It's written abnormally, it's okay. You can take it as abnormally high food prices. Okay, because fearful high food prices, no. Dangerously high food prices, no. Healthy high food prices, no. Nutritious high food prices, also no, right? So there was an abnormal increase when there was an increase in the oil price, right? So abnormally the high food prices due to dependence of food production on petroleum, right? So this is the answer. You can eliminate the options from here. Healthy and nutritious will never go with high food prices, right? The high food prices or high cost is not even fearful and dangerous. Okay, it's abnormal. It's something not along with the graph. Okay, so your answer is in option number C, that is abnormally high food prices. Clear? Great. Moving to question blank number 7. Your 30 seconds starts now. Give it a try. Okay, now if you see, it says these dash high oil prices which led to abnormally high food prices. These dash high oil prices. Now, from here, I told you, right, they have given an example that how high oil prices can affect the food price, which is indirectly affecting the human being or the people of the country, right? So, these dash high oil, if it is an example, then it will always tend to mean these included high oil prices which led to abnormally high food prices due to the dependence of food production on petroleum, right? These meant high oil prices. No, it is an example. When it's an example, you either write for example or you write these include. It means, okay, looks like, so there are combination of words that comes along with certain part of English, right? We need to know that. So if this is an example, these dash high oil prices, these included high oil prices which led to abnormally high food prices due to the dependence of food production on petroleum, right? If I replace these meant high oil prices, no, why will it mean? It can be, it's an example, right? It not necessarily that if there is an GDP downfall, then only oil prices will go high. Every other thing will also increase, okay? So these are examples. So this shows no, this numbered no, this included is the correct word. These included high oil prices which led to abnormally high food prices. Okay, your answer is in option number D. I suppose I'm making each and every blank very much understandable, right? Try replacing words, try understanding. It's not that every word will fit into each and every blank, okay? It's not possible. There are certain reasons you need to understand why. Okay, moving ahead to blank number 6. Your 30 seconds starts now. Give it a try. Okay, so blank number 6 is over here, right? It says there is significant disagreement about how healthcare and utilities tend to dash. Okay, now the fact here it's saying that how badly GDP downfall or downturn can affect the economy of the country and indirectly or directly affect the people of that economy, right? There is a significant disagreement about how the healthcare and utilities tend to. Now, if I go by substituting the option that's given, tend to distribute. Why will there be a disagreement on distribution? Okay, tend to weight over what? Tend to increase over what? Increased over what? There is nothing is to be justified, right? Tend to fight. Why will healthcare and utilities fight? Right? No point. There is a disagreement over what? How the healthcare and utilities tend to recover. People say that no, it's not recovering. Some say it will recover. Well, that is the point of disagreement. When two opponents don't agree to the one fact that even downfall or downturn in a GDP will affect the healthcare and utilities, because see, healthcare is something that we'll even require, we may fall sick even if the GDP is down, right? Yes. So there is a serious disagreement. Some people say that no, this will also go down. Some say that no, it will not go down. So how this tends to recover, it's the biggest disagreement. Okay. So your answer is in option number B. Recover. Okay? Great. Moving ahead to option number 5. Just giving you 30 seconds, work on it. Okay. Now, again, this is an example, right? Stocks such as financial services, pharmaceuticals, and tobacco dash to hold up better. Now, dash to, one thing that comes to my mind is tend to. It still maintains that legibility. Now, people who are addicted to tobacco, they will take it, doesn't matter if the country's GDP goes down or goes up. Pharmaceuticals, people who work in pharmaceutical, they never will face a downfall, because medicines are such a thing that you will require any time of the year. Okay, that does not depend upon the GDP of the country. Again, financial services, people giving loans, people giving financial backups, they also will maintain that thing, they never go down even if the economy is declining. Okay, so one thing that goes with over here is tend to. Okay, if I replace the words tobacco are to hold up better, no. Are to is not a proper phrase. Want to. Why will they want to? They will always tend to. They will always have that legibility. They'll always have that feasibility to always uphold better. Why yearn? They will not yearn. They know that they'll do better, because this has become the basic need of a people. Medicines everyone will require, financial support everyone will require, tobacco if you are addicted you will require, right? Made to. Made to, how will it be made to? No, it will always tend to. Okay, remember the phases in every class. I say there are certain phases, get the catch, hold it up. Okay, so your answer is in option number C, that is tend to, right? Great. Moving ahead to blank number 7, your 30 seconds starts now. Sorry, question number 7, blank number 4. Okay, so now if I go back, it says during an economic decline, high dash stocks such as financial services, pharmaceutical, and tobacco tend to hold up better. High, what can come with high stocks? Always the word comes with high and stock is yield. High yielding stocks or high yield stocks. Why will someone be so sure that this market will go up? Because they know the requirement. Okay, if suppose tomorrow I'm going to start up a startup company where I'm not sure whether people will like it or not, I'll not go there. Rather, I'll invest somewhere where I know that it will give me results, it will yield me results. Okay, so results are always yielded, you always yield something by investing something. So with high and with stocks, generally the word that goes is a yield. Okay, gives you result. Okay, so high yield stocks such as this and this tend to uphold better even in the economic decline. Okay, so your answer option is in B. I wouldn't look for anything else, because this is what goes with the phase. Okay, high yield. Okay, great. Moving ahead to the third blank. Your 30 seconds starts now. Give it a try. Okay. So here is the third blank. The real estate market also usually dash before a recession. Now, what will happen to the real estate? Now, suppose people are not having money. They are already facing a low GDP. Will you go in investing buying a property, buying some like something, some land or something? No, right? So what will happen? Even the real estate market, they'll decline, they'll go down, right? So look into the word that fits in. Weakens, maybe. Initiates, no. What will it initiate? It has got nothing to initiate. Awakens, not at all. It will fall that time. Strengthens, no. Volatile. It is a volatile market, but before in recession, the downfall is for sure. Okay, because no one is going to invest in it. No one is going to buy a property or a land, right? So what it will be? It will be weekends that will most suit that blank. Okay, the real estate market also usually weakens before a recession. Answer is in option number A. Okay, always try reading the sentence, try fetching the meaning of what it is relating to or what it is trying to say. If you know it, I'm sure from the given option you can find out the answers, right? Moving ahead to question number 9 and blank number 2. Your 30 seconds starts now. Give it a try. Okay. Now, in the second blank, it's related to the first blank, and we are talking over here about the recession. The term recession itself means the economy is going down. There is no good structure of the economy is not stable, right? It generally gives rise to unemployment, increase in government borrowings, dash of share and stock prices, and falling investment. Now, if everything is negative, okay, if everything is rising unemployment, increase in government borrowing, government doesn't have funds, is borrowing from neighboring countries or some other things, okay, dash of shares and stock prices, and falling investment. So what will happen to those shares and stock prices? Will they increase? No, right? They will also fall because it's the time of recession. So which one will go along with fall? I suppose decrease will go, right? Increase, variance, more abundance, no. They all mean too much, okay? So what will go with it is the decrease, which is in option number D. Okay? So read the statement, understand what it's trying to say, and it's that simple. Now, moving to the first blank. Your 30 seconds starts now. I suppose now this can be easy because you have already done the second blank. Okay. Now let's go by the terms. A recession is dash by rising unemployment, increase in government borrowing, then decrease of shares in stock prices, and falling investment. So what can a recession be? Recession is imagined. No, it's not an illusion, it's a fact, it is a true thing, right? So it will never be imagined. Recession is depict. First of all, depict, it should not be depict, it should be depicted. Secondly, why will it be depicted? It's a true fact. When does the term depicted comes? When you were not there at that time, you have got some proof and you're just making theories and depicting things, right? So recession is nothing like that. Okay? Recession is shown. Why does it need to be shown? Why does it need to be expressed as something? Unless and until it's actually that. Okay? So it's not even shown, it's visualized. Why will you imagine a recession? Why will you imagine even something to be bad until and unless that has happened, right? So, what can be it? It can only be one thing, it's characterized. It has the characteristics of bringing unemployment, increase in government borrowing, then decrease in shares and stocks, and falling investment. So, your recession is characterized by it. These are the character traits and character that a recession holds. Whenever a country faces economic downfall in GDP, that is the time when it understand these are the things. Okay, so where's the answer? Your answer is in option number E, that is characteristics, right? Great. So now if I read the entire passage, I suppose you can fit in all the words and it will give you a complete meaning, a complete passage that you needed at the end, right? So as always, I'll tell you that please read the question, understand the phase, get the catch what that statement is trying to say. If you don't understand that statement, go to the previous statement, correlated, because every statement is related to one another. Okay, there will be no missing gap in it, right? So this was the last question, and yes, don't forget about the Campus Monk app. It's a very helpful app. It's available in Play Store and App Store. Go download it. Link is in the description box. Choose your course that you think is suitable for you. Highly recommended is the Apti Plus technical course. That's a combo course. You get everything. Best for clearing any kind of online test. And apart from that, we have multiple other courses. So do check out the Campus Monk app. And last but not the least, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the Campus Monk YouTube channel. I'll see you people in some other session. Until then, thank you and bye bye.